A Pollock man, so strange and small, once knocked upon my door. With a ledger in his hands he stood, a face as flat as prophets. In seiner Dummheit det kobler, lana house that Samuel not know. No, the ruins whispered like a ghost upon the parched ground where life forgot to reach beyond its frail flickering flame. Where Alph, that river not too deep nor bright, once danced, now stumbled, limped and dried into caverns frail and wide. No longer did silken thread cut soft and swift through ancient stone, instead it swelled with echoes of a once great dream now fell, collapsed beneath the weight of time's soft hands. Oh, how it wound its languid way from bitter dust to brighter day, and then dissolved upon a foreign shore. What was once 6 miles of fertile grandeur, a place where meadows held their tender rule, now stretched out cracked and barren underfoot, the ground a brittle sieve where nature gasped and ancient trees bowed out their final breaths. There the incense-bearing cypress withered, and desert air as dull as death choked even the stoutest bloom. Barren pools, once mirrors for the sky, lay stagnant mute, the fertile promise of some grand illusion, snuffed out by the long neglect of humankind. But oh, the common chasm lying still, wound tight beneath the willow tree, its branches curving like the final sigh of some slow dying mind. This place, a hollow marked by time, hummed softly yet without song or rhyme, just empty murmurs, the cadence of retreat, where dreams once large had shrunk to quiet feet. Here the long-forgotten merchant stood, his face a ledger worn and plain, selling nothing but regret to every passing fool. His debts were ancient, his claims absurd, and yet beneath that placid bow he stayed, a figure long removed from time's parade. His pen did scratch, his ink did flow with the blood of long-lost dreams, and oh, how he marked the hour when failure sweet and inevitable met its mirrored self. From out that rift a tiny stream did push, slow as an aimless dream, marking the earth with barely a trace. Pebbles fluttered like leaves in autumn's breath, the signs of nature's slow collapse. This trickling river was nothing more than memory turned soft and sore, an echo of an echo fading fast, a remnant from a world now past. Ah, Kubla Khan, you dreamed so far beyond the reach of crumbling stars, and built a dome of broken stone where winds once whispered tales unknown. But now the shadow of your dome hangs lifeless brittle on the air, a figment of what might have been the grandeur dimmed beyond repair. Your empire, once a miracle, now dull, a testament to loss, and where the ancient caves of ice once gleamed, now only dust and moss. A Pollock man so strange and small once knocked upon my door. With a ledger in his hands he stood, a face as flat as prophet's creed, and spoke of risks and maritime despair. His numbers dulled my mind to sleep, and soon the visions bright and clear that danced within my waking soul were snuffed beneath his shallow drawl. He talked of futures bought and sold, of debt and ink, of fortunes. He talked of futures bought and sold, of debt and ink, of fortunes bold, but nothing in his words could move the dream that once had risen high. Could I forget his ledger's weight, the burden of his small demands? Perhaps I'd once again awake to build a dome from fertile sands, not one of stone but one of dreams, where every soul is free to scream their joy or sorrow as they please, released from forms and paper squeeze. In that dome of wonder direct, no Pollock man would cloud the light, for prophet's ink, though thick and dark, could never dampen the human spark. But oh, the world, it winds and winds, and we are bound by countless countless lines of bureaucratic chains. A signature, a mark, a seal, these are the tokens we must feel. And all the while our dreams decay like rivers dry or meadows grey. We lose ourselves in paperwork and wake to find our hearts unknown, our visions dim, our voices dumb. Kubla Khan, your dome is dust, and so perhaps are all of us. Lines and winds, and we are bound by countless lines of bureaucratic chains. A signature, a mark, a seal, these are the tokens we must feel. And all the while our dreams decay like rivers dried or meadows grey. We lose ourselves in paperwork and wake to find our hearts unknown, our visions dim, our voices dumb. Kubla Khan, your dome is dust, and so perhaps are all of us.